Advanced grammar in use. Martin Hewings.
Unit 2, Present Continuous and Present Simple 2. A. We often use the present simple and present continuous in stories and jokes, in informal spoken English, to create the impression that events are happening now. This can make them more direct and exciting, and hold people's attention.
She goes up to this man and looks straight into his eyes. He's not wearing his glasses, and he doesn't recognize her.
This man's playing golf when a kangaroo bounds up to him, grabs his club and hits his ball about half a mile.
The main events are usually described in sequence, using the present simple, and longer background events are described using the present continuous. In narratives and anecdotes, the present simple can be used to highlight an event. Often it is used after past tenses, and with a phrase such as suddenly, or all of a sudden.
I was sitting in the park, reading a newspaper, when all of a sudden this dog jumps at me.
B. We also use the present simple and present continuous in life commentaries, for example, on sports events, when the report takes place at the same time as the action.
King serves to the left-hand court, and Adams makes a wonderful return. She's playing magnificent tennis in this match.
C. We can use the present simple in phrases such as, it says here, I hear, I gather, I see, I understand, and they say. Someone says. Someone tells me to introduce news that we have heard, read, seen, for example on television, or been told. We can also use past tenses. For example, it said here, I heard.
I gather your worries about Pedro.
Sophia tells me you're thinking of emigration.
Professor Hendricks at the conference, and I hear she's an excellent speaker.
D. The present simple is often used in news headlines to talk about events that have recently happened.
Second quake hits Japan. Fire breaks out in hotel room. Scientists find ice on the moon. Foreign minister resigns.
We can use the present simple to refer to the contents of books, films, newspapers, etc.
Thompson gives a list of the largest European companies in Chapter 6.
At the beginning of the book, 3 men find $4 million in a crashed plane.
In the film, Loni Baranski takes the role of a private detective.
E. We can use the present continuous with adverbs such as always, constantly, continually, or forever, to emphasize that something is done so often that it is characteristic of a person, group, or thing.
I think I'll stay here after all.
You're constantly changing your mind.
Jacob is a really kind person. He's always offering to help me with my work.
We often use this pattern to indicate disapproval. The past continuous is used in a similar way, with these adverbs, for example.
Was Olivia always asking you for money too?
We can use the present continuous to describe something we regularly do at a certain time.
At 8 o'clock I'm usually driving to work, so phone me on my mobile.
7 o'clock is a bit early. We're generally eating then.
Exercises 2.1. Complete these sentences using the verbs in brackets. Use the present simple or present continuous.
Rodriguez passes to Messi, who shoots just over the bar. Barcelona are attacking much more in this half.
A man arrives home late one night after the office Christmas party. His wife is waiting for him, and she says to him,
I went to a concert yesterday in the town hall. In the middle of it, while the orchestra is playing, this man suddenly stands on his seat, and starts to conduct them.
Two point two. Complete what each person says about the news they have read or heard, using the present tense phrases in C. Government gives health service billions.
I see the government's giving the health service a lot more money.
VG Corp to sack 1,000 workers.
I gather VG Corp are going to sack 1,000 workers. Sack equals to dismiss somebody from his job.
President Cartman announced a new public holiday on his birthday, the 6th of August. He made the announcement.
I understand, we're going to have a new public holiday for the president's birthday.
Did you hear that Bruno's crashed his car again?
Ed tells me Bruno's crashed his car again.
I've got a new job.
Julia says she's got a new job.
A team of researchers claims to have identified a gene which causes some people to overeat.
They say they've identified a gene which causes some people to overeat.
Two point three. Expand one off the sets of notes below to complete each dialogue. Continually change mind. Forever moan work. Forever ask me money. Constantly criticize driving. Always complain handwriting.
I can't read this.
You're always complaining about my handwriting. Can I borrow 10 euros?
You're forever asking me for money. That was a dangerous thing to do.
You're constantly criticizing my driving. I think I'll stay here after all.
You're continually changing your mind.
I had a bad day at the office again.
You're forever moaning about your work.
Complete each pair of sentences, using the same verb, in negative form, if necessary. Use the present continuous or the present simple. Use this sign to add any words outside the gap.
Shall I phone at 6?
No, we're usually eating dinner at that time. No, we usually eat dinner at that time. It's also possible.
I don't eat lamb, thanks. I'm a vegetarian.
Gielman plays Henry V in the latest production at the Royal Theatre. Gielman is playing Henry V in the latest production at the Royal Theatre. Is also possible.
They're constantly playing loud music until the early hours of the morning.
I'm normally taking the children to school at 8:30. Perhaps we could meet at 9 o'clock. I normally take the children to school at 8:30. Perhaps we could meet at 9 o'clock. Is also possible. It would suggest, however, that this is the time they leave home. Present continuous suggests that they are on the way to school at 8:30.
In his 2007 book, Wall takes a controversial view of Britain's role in the war.
Additional exercise 1, page 240.